Our 21 method is a variation for exercises. They can be done on many different exercises. They're commonly made most popular on bicep curls, but I'm going to show you how you can do them on many different moves besides just those bicep curls. What a 21 method is essentially you're breaking it up into 3 separate sets of 7, and we're manipulating our range of motion. So remember, our range of motion is how far you move through that movement in an exercise, or how much that joint angle changes. So we want full range of motion on all of our exercises. This particular variation, we are manipulating that range of motion for those exercises. So let's start with bicep curls, which is what this method was made famous for, and then I'll show you some other exercises you can use it on. So what we're going to do for that 21 method, we're going to do into that bicep curl position, palms facing up, shoulder blades squeezed together at the top. We're going to begin with 7 repetitions on the bottom half of that range of motion. So starting with those arms all the way extended, coming up to just about halfway, that 90-degree point, and then controlling it back down. So I have 7 on that bottom half of that range of motion. After that 7 on the bottom half, I'm going to bring those dumbbells all the way up to the top portion of that movement, and now I'm going to only come down halfway. I'm going to do that top half, and I'm going to do 7 reps in the top half of that range of motion. Once I'm done with that 7, I'm going to return all the way to the beginning, and I'm going to finish with 7 full range of motion, all the way down and all the way up. So that is going to add up to 21 reps. 7 on the bottom half of that range of motion, 7 on the top half of that range of motion, and then finishing with 7 full range of motion. So you can see, since we're just manipulating our range of motion, this can be done on almost any exercise. Even though it's made famous on the bicep curls, you can do these, for instance, on shoulder presses, to where we're starting down here, we're pressing up just about halfway, coming back on down, 7 bottom half, come all the way up to the top, 7 top half, and then finishing with 7 full range of motion. This can be done down on our back with chest presses. This can be done with tricep kickbacks. For instance, hinged on over here, just coming up to about a 45 for 7, coming all the way up to the top, and then just down part way for 7, and then full range of motion for 7. This can be done on lateral raises, coming up just about halfway, then coming up all the way to the top, just down halfway, and then back up, and then finishing full range of motion. So that 21 method, once you understand what you're changing and the order that you're going in, like I said, you can apply this to just about any exercise. Just go through your full range of motion and then stop and think, okay, what's the bottom portion of this movement? I'm going to do those for 7. What's the top portion of that movement? I'm going to do those for 7. And then I'm going to go into 7 of that full range. This is a nice exercise for using that manipulation to really get those muscles burning, because a lot of times certain areas, depending on that exercise, whether it's the top half of that movement, the bottom half, or even that full range of motion, will really add extra difficulty to these moves.